We're back at Phoenix Radio, brought to you by Giovannino JF Navarra and Co., Tony Murphy and Merck Capital, S&J Couture Candles in Balmain, and of course Visy Dior Hotels at 1 Columbia Port Norwest. We have Giovannino himself, and welcome back, Jess.
Jess tried to leave, but we tackled her outside. Katrina said, "No, please don't go."
She needs to stay.
It's okay, I'll stay for one more, guys.
One more. Okay, so look, interesting we want to talk about is actually, that beautiful gazebo area in the garden area that we finished off outside. How nice.
That's beautiful.
And I heard you talking to Katrina about wedding photographs, the post photographs.
Well, you know what? I was talking to Patricia the other day, and the cheeky little lady told me about these beautiful plans that we had for a big, beautiful water fountain at the back of the hotel.
That's perfect.
And I just thought, how beautiful would that be for post-ceremony photos? Because it doesn't even look like you're in the hotel, and it looks like you've gone completely somewhere separate, and you get these beautiful photos. And
But even like a day today, it's sunny outside, and you just look out at that garden gazebo, and it's perfect. It's like picturesque.
When you think about the hotel is the only hotel in Sydney which it's built on 22,000 square metres of land.
yes,
You don't get that anywhere.
There's so much greenery
there's
around.
So much greenery. There is. You have the swimming pool at the front, and then you have the the large visual aspect of the large courtyards, and then you have that Port Coucher, I can't even pronounce that. It's that shelter going out. So when the hire cars come in, which we should talk about transportation.
Yeah.
Talk about transportation. Cars coming in, and then you have the front desk where you all come out to welcome the bride and groom to make them feel lovely on the day, and you have that that celebration.
Well, we've
out.
even had the car shows at Visy Dior Hotels.
Oh, with the
before.
Ferrari, wasn't it?
Yeah. And that looked sick.
And think about how many people have to travel off-site to get photos for their wedding, and you...
It's
Quite
everything
literally,
is there.
we're still in the one
right
spot.
there,
You just got to
right
walk
there.
around the corner. It's perfect.
It is nice, but you know what's also interesting? Like for the people that are more traditional, they still want to get married in a church. The churches are so close by to the hotel, so they can still go to the church.
Absolutely.
And then straight after that, they go down. They still use the gardens, the gazebo for the photographs anyway.
Cars,
so they have both. But it's nice when you do drive in and park your car at the front, and with that lovely shelter coming out. It
It's
is
picturesque.
really
nice.
beautiful.
It's perfect. The
And
lighting's perfect.
Yeah, you mentioned about photographs, the post-wedding photographs. So you're saying, what were your thoughts on that, Jess?
I think it's great. When you go off with your husband who you've just married, and you're taking some really special photos, and you get to do it with your bridal party, which are your best friends in the world, and it's just a really special moment.
You know, and Katrina, you had some footnotes over here. You talked about cufflinks, and then you were talking about what you did something special for the groomsmen. Can you
I think because we've been talking a lot about like brides and their dresses, and the bridesmaids and how they dress, and makeup and hair and nails, and the list goes on.
Yeah.
But we haven't really deep dived into like grooms and the accessories that they could like potentially use. You know what I mean? And you mentioned with your groomsmen in relation to like their accessories.
Yeah, well, I wanted to make them feel special too, because I feel like the girls get their hair, their makeup done, but we wanted to give them something that was memorable for them. So Jacob and I...
You gave them the bridesmaids.
You're not wrong, John. You're not wrong. But we had all our groomsmen's cufflinks personalised with their initials.
That is
which was
so
cool.
nice.
So they could obviously take that home and wear it again. And it was just they were these beautiful brass colour ones. So
that actually is so good because they can use it again for like another wedding or event.
Yeah, and we had it. So my son Isaac, he was 4 at the time, and he had his own little cufflinks too.
Oh, of course.
He matched the groomsmen, so he quite literally looked the exact same. He was just a mini version, which was really cute.
That's so cute.
Yeah, and then we had the flask that we had the initials on there as well, and we gift that to them with their bow ties in like a little box the day before the wedding, which was really cool.
Those are good for photos as well, actually.
Yeah, the
now
photos
that you
were
mention
so cool. They came back, and it all fit in like the colour scheme. As I was talking about the greens, and you had the beautiful brass, and then you had the flask. The photos were beautiful.
And the flasks were actually in the top pocket, inside pocket. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You'd say you were being the control freak. You would make sure there was mineral water in there. And then after the celebration, I had alcohol because you want to totally sober the whole.
No, I didn't want everyone to be sober. It was fine. I was fine for them to have a drink. I just said don't get too crazy before we walked in.
And then
Yeah.
get crazy after.
Yeah, absolutely. Open bar.
An open bar. It was a good open bar last night, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, it was
Was it
so
the
good.
Christmas
Did you
party?
have
The lychee
the
martinis.
Ooh.
Latte martinis were lovely.
They were a
Delicious.
delight. They were an
Yum,
absolute
yum.
delight.
So that's and that with that. So with the photographs with that now. So with what's we mentioned this in my previous show. You have these social media influencers, which for the with the content creation. Can you enlighten me this? Because you probably I know
Yeah.
you're more into social media, where Katrina is she's more into Pinterest. She doesn't post
Yes.
much. So
That's correct.
Yeah.
I think a lot of ladies these days are looking for the perfect content for their Instagram. So a lot of brides these days are actually hiring content creators to come alongside with a photographer so that they have something pretty much instantly that they can post online instead of waiting
A couple of days
for the editing.
professional ones.
Yeah, well, it can take months, Kat. Like
Yeah.
it takes a really long time to get your photos and your videos back. And this is instant, and they're in the moment. They're taking photos during the ceremony, during the getting ready, and it's just and that's what everyone wants to post. Everyone wants to post. They get the oxytocin from posting. It's an instant gratification, and people are like, oh wow, I love that. So it's really something that's
Yeah, you
I
don't
think
have
it's
to wait
booming.
so long.
No,
I feel
you
like a
don't.
lot of
It's
people
instant,
like,
instant.
oh, I haven't got my wedding video or photos back. And then like with content creator, it's
Yeah.
just
It's
straight away.
instant, yeah.
And you can see and you can reflect on it straight away.
Straight away, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have those beautiful photos from your photographer, as you mentioned, to post on your anniversary, and it's still different. You're still posting different content, but it's just from
Well,
different
people
things.
don't want to wait anymore. Like
No.
you're right. It's because a lot of photographers now because it's just so busy. But it's just interesting how the focus is the influencer over the photographer.
Yes.
And I've had quite a few photographers just don't talk business now, but a lot of photographers ring me up, are really upset with it. They don't know what to do because the industry is changing. But
Yeah.
you know what? I actually see a benefit to that. So you have photographers now. They're trying to a part of their service. They're actually providing social media content
Yeah.
for the event, but unless they've got a complete extra person doing it that knows really what they're doing, it can actually go the other way. You want someone that knows what they're doing. That's, respectfully speaking, somebody that's younger, that's pretty good with thumbs, that
Tech
typing
savvy.
tech
Yeah.
savvy,
Yeah.
knows how to edit very, very quickly.
Yeah.
At the hotel, I'm actually using Chanel Winori, if I'm pronouncing that right. I'll get the name of the company very, very soon, but she's absolutely fantastic. What I like
She
about
really is
She
actually.
gets everything.
yeah, she's not she's got nothing
Very
to prove.
stylish
She's,
girl.
For her, it's really about the bride and groom or for
Yeah.
the client, the person she's representing. She just gives up everything just to be
She
there for
does.
him. And she breaks it down. She knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
She's not just a person that posts. She really understands marketing to a T. And, and I love talking to her, on a personal, I call her, part of my contract now, she has to ring me 15 minutes every week and just talk to me because I need to understand what she's thinking,
Yeah.
because that's what people, because people think differently compared to what my generation's thinking. I'm thinking more practical, where she's thinking more creative. When I was her age, I was much more creative. So things do change, but she's doing that, and I think she's doing a great job. So we're going to be looking at, if she can do it, is maybe try and include her into the packages, the wedding packages at the hotel for the
Oh, that
social
would
media.
be so
Be great,
good.
but that's it.
Yeah.
But she's a one person, and she's very, she's a perfectionist. So she has to get it right. But I'm really impressed how fast she's at putting content in, which
Yeah,
goes
she's
back to what you were
incredible.
saying. And people do want to see it. They don't
Yeah.
want to wait. They don't wait 3 months, 6 months, and you're at the mercy of the photographer waiting for them to get these photographs done.
Yeah.
And and also with the videos themselves, you have the videographer, the same story, which content today, you've got a lot of filming.
Yeah.
And I'm rambling too much again.
No.
Okay.
We're just listening.
Okay. So, anything else you want to add on to that, or
I think the market's definitely there for a content creator, and I think it's a lot of these up and coming young brides. They're wanting it, and
Yeah.
they want to, and they're seeing influencers have these content creators and thinking, "Wow, I want that as well." So, I think it's
but
something
it's
you
not.
should have.
It's two ways of seeing it. It's not like do you really want your star moment, or you really just want people to know what's actually happening at the event? So I like the informative part of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's mine.
I think it also depends on the bride as well.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I'm not really like into social media.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you're
that
rare.
wouldn't work too.
I'm like very private, I feel like,
Yeah.
for me. I don't know.
good.
I have Pinterest,
Yeah.
and I get like if I was to plan my wedding, and like I mentioned on the other show, I do have a Pinterest board in relation to
Stunning.
what I'd want my wedding to look like.
Come on, Charlie.
Oh, still waiting.
Poor
But
Charlie.
yeah, But yeah, I don't know. I just think for me, it's more, if I'm going to have my wedding, I want it to be more something private and a moment that I can spend with Charlie.
Yeah, like intimate.
Yeah, that's the perfect word, actually, intimate.
Something wrong with that either. Like, it's nice. It is meant to be an intimate moment between you and your husband, so.
And it has to be about that. You have to
exactly
you have to be in love with that person. You know, I love my wife Joanne. I love being with her.
We love Joanne as well.
You know,
I love
I'm fascinated by her. She's very creative, you know.
Yeah.
She's polar opposite to me. She's very quiet. I'm tall. She's petite, you know. Yeah, she's a different person, but when she has something to say, oh my God, she says it.
Yeah.
She can be scary.
Her
at
candles smell amazing.
yeah, and that's very interesting. Thank you for saying that, because with the candles, she's actually has these little boutique candles that you can use at weddings themselves, and they're actually form a part of the color scheme for. So when you do the weddings, you can actually have that per family.
But that is so perfect though, because then you have that scent that you relate back to your wedding. And
Oh, that's my favourite.
Yes,
Yeah.
everyone says on the day of your wedding, like we had our scents for each other. Like, why would you not have a beautiful candle that you can have and you smell and you think straight back to your wedding?
Well, that's what she actually does. She actually
perfect.
brings couples in for the consultation. She spends time with them trying to get that right smell. But Joanne's very good. She's got a very sensitive nose. We're currently living with my father at the moment, and we have the kitchen way downstairs, and she's upstairs, and she'll come up to me and, you know, and she'll say to me, "Were you just eating salami?" I said, "How'd you know that?" She's so sensitive. Like, you know, did you just? She'll call me on my phone. You just opened the fridge and you got yogurt in there. Like, she's that sensitive.
Oh, maybe we shouldn't go to Eljana then later.
No, that's right. Go back. No, seriously. Thank you for bringing up Jess.
My name is
Katrina.
I'm here.
She's very good at that. She'll when a person comes into the store, she's already sense something about them, and she puts something together in her head, and she'll pull out. She won't make you sit down through the whole process. She'll actually she'll sit you down, and she'll just got an idea. And she'll bring different fragrances, and she has these little caffeine capsules that she makes you smell between to get rid of that lingering smell from the
yeah,
place.
it's like it cleanses the palate for your nose.
Oh,
It's
I didn't know
fresh.
that.
Yeah.
And she actually does that, and then she does that with the printing, the 3D printing on the actual the glass itself.
Wow.
All the glasses are imported from overseas, the Morena glass, so they're just really good, and they can be recycled for sustainability. Yeah.
Brought a box to Visy Dior.
Yeah.
Is it at the hotel?
Absolutely.
And it was supposed to be
they're
displayed,
so
but I
nice.
noticed that everyone took one home for themselves.
They're
Oh,
sitting
I'm
in
going
my
there
office.
straight away to get one.
They're so nice.
Can't wait.
You know, so she does that. So that's actually good for for me. I think to make the rooms look nice, imagine having a colour coordinated candle for every person, and that can be used as a place card also.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
Like
that's
a little
great
giveaway.
idea. Because I feel like bonbonnières these days, like no one wants to spend the money on it, but that would be the best keepsake and such a special memory for your family and friends to smell back on.
Yeah, I love the fact where you can have something and have that smell, and then just think about your wedding day or that person's wedding day.
Absolutely.
I love that.
No, that's simple. I just want to quickly talk about music.
Oh.
Music.
Setting the mood for the tone of your wedding.
I just want to say something. Sometimes people, I know you got to remember, we've got nanas invited, or a few elderly people invited, and sometimes they can't take the loud music. Now, I came from a generation where we used to have bands, and bands would take a break, and there was no DJ.
Yeah.
So you had a really good band that played great music, like the wedding singer. Then everyone would take a break, and people would have a cup of coffee or dessert. Now the music just does not stop.
Yes.
So a lot of people tend to be outside, and then you've got a lot of couples have this retro style music, which is too overwhelming that people end up going outside. So you find that people they're not on the dance floor.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you have a DJ or did you have like a band at your wedding?
I had a DJ, and my grandparents actually left early.
Oh, they had had enough.
My pa was like, I've had enough of this. But yeah, Jacob's really into music, so he very much picked a playlist and then said to the DJ, do not play any of your own
So
songs.
you did have a choice in...
Oh, yeah, he did. Beg my pardon. He did. He picked all the music and he told the DJ, please don't play any of your own stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else you want to add to that about music?
What kind of music did you have at your wedding anyway? Just on the topic.
Like house music.
House music. See, I like romantic. I think weddings should be about romance. I think love songs and just getting up with your partner and just dancing and the lights go down. So it's very important again. important factors by having a good wedding coordinator. And we do have that at the Visy Dior hotels. Lights should be dimmed for the
Absolutely.
event. You know, the lights go on the
Set the
table, lights
tone.
are on, set the tone for the event.
Yeah.
And just dance at least 6, 7 numbers and then start speeding it up a little bit more so people enjoy
Absolutely.
themselves. I think it's sometimes these DJs are too harsh with this loud music straight away, expecting everybody to go and dance for them. People don't want to. Maybe they've been eating, they're a little bit bloated, they just,
Yeah.
whatever the story might be, they're not that comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, I'm talking like an old man, 57-year-old old man. Can you talk? Can you say anything else?
I'm
when I add to the
talking.
music? Yeah, talk.
No, but I actually like the aspect that you had like house music for your wedding. I think obviously you got to like cater to your whole audience, but at the same time it goes back to like having your own personality put
Yeah.
into the wedding.
Absolutely. Well, it started off kind of soft and then it got a bit heavy towards the end. But that's our style of music and that's what we like. So
And it's your day.
Yeah,
You
it
and
is your
Jacob's day.
That's it.
But you know what's interesting? What's happening now? I find a lot of young ones actually liking a lot of that music what their grandparents used to listen to, and I wonder why. And I know why, because parents, when they go to work, they leave their grandchildren with the grandparents.
Yeah.
What do grandparents play? ABBA, Elvis, Beatles, whatever the story is. So you find now they're growing up, they're actually appreciating that type of music at weddings, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
That gets everybody onto the dance floor.
I agree.
You know, I think
I think
called it
we're
a wrap
finished.
Today. For
Yeah.
today. Okay, Rahul, is that okay? You happy? Okay, done. I hope you didn't fall asleep, Rahul. Did you fall asleep? No. Okay, good.
All
okay,
right.
so
Well, thank you, Jess.
Thanks for having me, guys.
and Celeste, we missed you, so you were
Absolutely.
here. Wish you were here. That's it. So,
Well, that's a wrap for today.
Hmm.
Phoenix Radio brought to you by Giovanino, JF Navarra and Co, Tony Murphy and Merck Capital, S&J Couture Candles in Balmain, and of course our lovely Visy Dior hotels at 1 Columbia Court, Norwest.
and Jess, thank you so much. Oh, good news today. We had the builders come in, the interior designers. It looked like we'll be starting very, very soon with
Oh,
the
that's
renovations.
exciting. I cannot wait.
We've got the engineers to make the large function room, and the new restaurant, the outside aspect. So we're just really excited. So thank you, everybody, and hope we can get started ASAP. So
Let's get into
that's
it.
great.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Have a good
Bye.
day.
Thank you.
Bye.